Moving on now, nearly 12 years after being drafted in the first round of the NBA draft by the Utah Jazz, Enes Freedom, formerly Enes Kanter, is returning to Riverton, Utah, where he's going to be honored with the first ever Mayor's Freedom Award for speaking out against the human rights abuses happening across the globe, but particularly in China, where the NBA's close ties to the communist nation have made Enes a pariah in the NBA, a league that he was part of for a long time. Frankly, he could still be playing because he had the courage to speak out when others would not. We're joined now by former NBA player Enes Kanter Freedom and the mayor of Riverton, Utah, Mayor Trent Staggs. It is great to have you both on. Enes, great to see you. I'm wondering what an award like this means to you.
It means a lot. You know, I got drafted here. It's been 12 years now. Utah was my first home, and I played 3.5 years here. Amazing time. I had actually so much fun with my teammates on and off the court. So coming back here after 12 years, having this award from the mayors definitely means a lot to me. So I want to thank the state of Utah, the city of Riverton, especially the mayor. So I really appreciate that.
Mr. Mayor, how do you react to that? I know today will now be known as Enes Freedom Day. Why did you choose Enes for something like this?
Well, I've been following Enes's career for some time. As you indicated, he started here with the Jazz, and I think he's been such a remarkable player. He's definitely left an imprint on the game and also here on the state. And just in the last little while, really honing in and taking a look at how he's used his platform to really advocate for free speech. And I think that is something that needs to be extolled. We need to be able to recognize that, and something our residents, I know, appreciate, certainly, and particularly the youth. I want them to realize just how fragile freedom is, and how someone like Enes that grew up in a country that doesn't have the freedoms that we have here. Just that vantage point from which he comes. So that's really the basis of the Mayor's Freedom Award, is to be able to recognize that advocacy for free speech.
Enes, you love being an American now, don't you?
Of course. I mean, listen, sometimes I'll give you an example. I remember sitting down in the locker room with some of my teammates, and obviously they were criticizing America. They were saying this wrong, that wrong. And I stopped them for a second. I was like, after the season, let me buy your plane ticket and let's go some of the countries out there, like China, like Russia, like Iran, like North Korea, Venezuela, Cuba, and I will see what the real dictatorship looks like. People should feel very blessed and lucky to be in a situation like America.
Yeah, I agree with you. You made a name for yourself, not just in the NBA, but really because of your criticism of China and the human rights abuses there with the Uyghur Muslims. I know that I believe it was Free Tibet, what you first wrote on your sneakers. Back when you were with the Boston Celtics. The Celtics asked you to get that off your sneakers. I'm wondering how the rest of the league reacted. And I know you've told this story before, but what did people like the big stars in the league, like LeBron James and Steph Curry and even the commissioner David Stern, what did they say to you when you put stuff like this and we're showing pictures now on your sneakers?
I literally try to reach out to everyone, not only NBA, but NFL, MLB, MLS. It was the perfect timing because it was right before the Beijing Olympics. So I actually try to reach out to Olympians too. I was like, listen, do not be a part of the propaganda. Enough is enough. There are millions of people are suffering over there. So let's bring awareness, and also let's educate the youth. They said, listen, man, we love you. I think what you're doing is so amazing, so inspirational. We support you, but we just cannot do it out loud. I asked them why. They said, well, we have shoe deals, endorsement deals, we have jersey sales. We want to get another contract. And I asked them one simple question. I was like, put yourself in their shoes. If your mother, if your sister, if your daughter was in those concentration camps and getting tortured and raped every day, would you still pick money and business over your morals? They usually turn around and leave the room. They cannot. How can you answer that question? Yeah. But it's sad to see how people are choosing money over their values and principles. But when it comes to America, they know that it's not going to affect their business or it's not going to affect their anything. They love to go out and criticize. That is the hypocrisy I wanted to expose.
Mr. Mayor, about 30 seconds left. Final thought to you.
Yeah, I just think, again, it's so admirable, it's so inspiring what Enes has done with his platform. And it's unfortunate that you've got so many in the NBA today that don't utilize that platform in the same way. They're far too willing, I've said, to take a knee, but too greedy to take a stand, really. I mean, they want to be able to protest perceived injustices in our own country, but when you have actual slavery occurring in China and these atrocities that are being committed in China and elsewhere, they won't speak, they won't stand up, and that really, just being able to allot his courage is really the basis for this Mayor's Freedom Award, and something that, again, I want all of our residents to be able to recognize and just really appreciate.
Well said. Enes, Cantor, Freedom, great having you on. Mr. Mayor, Trent Staggs, thanks for doing this. Enjoy the day. Hope to see more of things like this happening across the country. Thank you.